Few movie emblems have captured the imaginations of filmgoers more than the dreamlike TriStar Pictures logo. Its magnificent white Pegasus remains one of the most recognizable film mascots, but creating these impressive slices of movie magic required an extraordinary amount of craftsmanship. From live-action footage to giant models to cutting-edge CGI. Climb aboard and hang on tight because we're galloping into the Logoverse to uncover the story behind the TriStar Pictures logo. Founded on March 2, 1982, TriStar resulted from the efforts of Columbia executive Victor Kaufman. He spearheaded a joint venture between Columbia Pictures, CBS, and HBO. The objective was simple. By collaborating, each company hoped to leverage their individual strengths and help reduce the rising costs of film production. With the partnership in place, Hollywood saw the birth of the first new major film studio since the creation of RKO Pictures in 1928. Initially, the name was going to be Nova Pictures. Rather than risk any confusion with the popular PBS science series, the studio opted for TriStar, which reflected the collaboration between the three corporate founders. TriStar released 16 films over its first year, among them 3 modestly budgeted but successful hits: The Natural, Places in the Heart, and The Muppets Take Manhattan. Still, this early success wasn't enough to keep CBS around. In 1985, the company dropped out of the joint venture, selling its shares to Columbia Pictures. The following year, HBO followed suit, also selling its interests to Columbia. But TriStar began to stabilize and find its footing, thanks in part to a distribution deal with Corolco, which allowed TriStar to distribute Rambo: First Blood Part 2, a massive hit. The first TriStar logo opens on an evocative backdrop, a sky of dark blue with shades of purple and pink. From the left, a white stallion gallops into view. As the horse charges towards us, it sprouts a pair of wings, seemingly out of thin air if viewed in high definition. This transformation turns the horse into a mythical Pegasus. 2 stars come streaking in, one from the left, the other from the right. They're soon joined by a 3rd star streaking up from the bottom. All 3 stars collide to form a regal T. Using 3 stars was deliberately symbolic, reflecting the trio of original founding partners. We watch as the Pegasus gracefully flies over the T, and the text zooms out to show us the words TriStar. A golden triangle surrounds the text. The triangle, one more nod to the 3 original partners involved in the studio's creation. As the text continues to shrink, the word Pictures appears below the triangle, while a stylized illustration of the leaping Pegasus appears above. The driving force behind TriStar, Kaufman points to his family's love of horse riding as the inspiration for the iconic logo. However, according to Kaufman, the real architect behind the emblem was the esteemed actor and director Sidney Pollack, who served as an advisor to TriStar during these formative years. Pollack's involvement in creating the logo can be traced back to his directorial work on the 1979 movie The Electric Horseman. In this film, about a washed-up rodeo star, Pollack featured a distinctive dark horse. Kaufman recalls how Pollack borrowed the image of that horse to create TriStar's mythical Pegasus. Since the logo had an ethereal and fantasy-like quality, Pollack altered the image, so the dark horse from the film became a stunning white. But the story behind the original logo's creation is plagued by conflicting accounts. One source credits motion graphics designer Elizabeth Mayhawk, known for her work on the opening title sequence for the 1990 classic Home Alone. Other sources point to the renowned Hollywood horse trainer Buford Corky Randall, His illustrious career included training horses for films like Three Amigos, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and The Mask of Zorro. According to these sources, Randall used a white Arabian horse from the film The Black Stallion Returns to create the Pegasus. Filming reportedly took place on the Randall Ranch outside of Los Angeles, where the horse was powdered to appear even whiter, achieving the ethereal look needed for the logo. Regardless of these confusing and contradictory accounts, what remains undisputed is the enduring appeal of the original TriStar Pictures logo. Personally, I always loved seeing this logo at the start of one of my favorite films, 1990's mind-bending sci-fi epic Total Recall. Another incredible blockbuster that resulted from TriStar's distribution deal with Kuroko. Composer Dave Grusin crafted a terrific fanfare that perfectly complements the impressive Pegasus. Grusin employs 3 low French horn notes to build anticipation as the horse gallops into frame. Trumpets soar alongside the now transformed Pegasus. A trombone adds a rich cadence, and a powerful brass provides the final rousing flourish. As the 1980s went on, TriStar Pictures underwent significant changes. The pivotal moment came on November 8, 1989, when Sony Corporation of Japan acquired Columbia Pictures Entertainment for $3.4 billion. This marked a new chapter for TriStar, as it became part of Sony's empire. Under this new stewardship, the hyphen was officially dropped from the TriStar name on August 7, 1991. 1993 saw the debut of a second TriStar logo, and this is the one I remember best. Gradually, a dark background lightens just enough to reveal the silhouettes of enormous clouds. A bright white flash begins to glow, intensifying until it fills the screen. From a distance, the noble Pegasus emerges. With its wings already unfurled, the Pegasus gallops forward, causing the fog along the bottom to part. As the Pegasus makes its dramatic entrance, the name TriStar materializes at the top of the screen in a gold font. Notably, the letters T and S are larger than the others. Those are actually cumulonimbus clouds, otherwise known as thunderclouds, distinguished by their impressive anvil-like shapes. In 1995, the byline, "A Sony Pictures Entertainment Company," began appearing beneath the Pegasus. Creating this classic logo required a masterful blend of filmmaking techniques. The beautiful cloud background was a huge, meticulously detailed model filmed separately in a studio, while footage of a white stallion was shot in a hangar at the Santa Monica airport. To achieve those iconic wings, real feathers were combined with the image of the white stallion using computer morphing. The beam of light, text, and swirling fog were all created using early CGI. Award-winning director and writer John Callis oversaw this seamless integration of practical effects and digital artistry, giving us one of cinema's greatest logos. You may have noticed that the cloud background bears a striking resemblance to the one seen in the Columbia Pictures emblem. This was no accident, since both TriStar and Columbia were owned by Sony. Using a similar cloud motif created an unmistakable sense of continuity between the sister companies. Composed by Bill Johnson, the fanfare was a reworking of the original theme, and every bit as captivating. TriStar stuck with the second logo for an amazing 22 years. But as the age of 4K dawned, TriStar introduced a revamped logo in 2015. Following the Sony Entertainment logo, we transitioned to silhouetted cloud formations reminiscent of the previous logo. An almost heavenly light illuminates the scene and reveals a sky of cerulean blue. From out of the light, a magnificent white stallion gallops towards us, sprouting angelic wings. Rearing up on its powerful hind legs, the Pegasus showcases its full wingspan. The TriStar name fades into view along with the byline, "A Sony Company." Unlike the previous logo, the clouds are less realistic and more abstract, while the white stallion's sprouting wings recalls the very first TriStar logo, which debuted 31 years before the current TriStar emblem. Brought to life by Jam, a boutique visual effects studio, the newest emblem captures the essence of the 90s version while brilliantly updating it for contemporary audiences. Jam also took us behind the scenes to showcase the cutting-edge techniques that went into crafting the third TriStar emblem. Be sure to check out the full video linked in the description below. It's well worth the watch. Today, TriStar is still active in the film industry. The Pegasus has evolved over the decades, but its timeless power reminds us of TriStar's lasting impact and soaring spirit. I'm Michael Cahill. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time.